Today we will start a new chapter, that is chapter number 8. So name of this chapter is data types. So this is very small chapter, but it is very important chapter because when we want to learn a programming language, then we have to first learn what is a variable and what is a data type. So these are the basic elementary concept of programming language. Means these are very important basic concepts of a programming language, because when we are writing a program, then we have to use variables and data types, so we have to learn it. First we will see what is a variable. So the definition of variable is: a variable is an object or element and it is allowed to change during the execution of a program, and variable represents the name of memory location. Means a variable is nothing but the name of memory location in the computer memory. So variable is a quantity, or in other words we can define it as a variable is a quantity that can be changed during execution of a program. So variable is a quantity which can be changed during program execution. So variable is a nothing but a quantity which can be changed. We can change any time. We can change the value of a variable any time in the program. So here you can see the word variable. So variable means, actually you can break it as vary plus able. So vary means change and able means ability. So variable means ability to change, means it can be changed, we can change it. So variable is a quantity which can be changed. So here you can see variable represents the name of memory location. So actually variable, how it is stored? So variable is nothing but a location in the memory. In that location we can store any value and later we can change that value, hence it is called as variable. So actually variable is like a container, box or utensil where we can store anything. For example, here you can see in our home we use many types of boxes or containers or utensils to store the items. So in our home, how we store the items? Using some box or containers. Same way in computer, value is stored in the variable in program. So in program, if you want to store some value, so to store a value we have to use variable. So variable is nothing but like a container. So in that container we can store anything. So here you can see there are many types of containers. So what type of value we are storing, accordingly we have to select the container or variable. For example, if we are storing some solid items, so we can use this tray or baskets. If we want to store some liquid type of items, then we have to use some this packed or closed jar, bottles like this. So depending upon the storing item we have to select container. So same, so here also you can see, so variable, so it is nothing but a memory cell. So this here you can see this is a box or a chart. So in computer memory is divided in the form of cells. Rows and columns are there in memory. So memory is divided in the form of memory cells. So here you can see memory area divided as memory cells. So in every cell we can store some value. So variable is nothing but a memory cell or memory location, or it is like a container where we can store anything. So in this memory cells you can see here, so in this cell we are storing a number 10. So here we are storing a symbol plus, here we are storing alphabets XYZ, here we are storing star symbol, like this. So in memory cells we can store anything. So this is very important because in question, because in examination question will come like what is a variable, how to create a variable, how to declare a variable, like this. So the variable definition is: A variable is a quantity that can be changed during execution of the program. So variable is a quantity which can be changed during program execution. So just we have learned what is a variable. So in simple words, to understand, variable means it is like a box, like a container where we can store any value. Next, how to create a variable or how to declare a variable. So declaration is nothing but creating a variable. So declaration of variable means creating a variable. Same when we are writing the programs, we have to create the variables. So how the variables can be created? This is the way, syntax for creating variable. So to create variable, we have to use some data type and variable name. So we can use any variable name followed by semicolon. So it will create one variable. So in one line we can also create only one variable or many variable simultaneously. So variable name is an identifier. Identifier means already we have studied this topic. So example is given here. So variable name can be like this: register number, marks, name, student one, object, date of birth. So anything you can select. But keywords cannot be used for creating variable name. So this is about declaration of variable. Next, initializing a variable. Initializing means assigning the value in the to the variable, storing the value in the variable. So the syntax to initialize the variable is like this: first data type, then variable name is equal to value. So this type of statement is called variable initialization. So here we are creating the variable as well as initializing a value or storing a value in the variable. So right side value will be stored in this left side variable name. So here example is given. So integer is the data type, b is the variable name. So very small name is equal to 100. It means 100 will be stored in b like this. So this is called initialization of variable. So how this variable will be stored in the memory? So like this, p will be stored in memory cell. P value will be 100, and every memory cell is having some memory address. So address can be anything. It is given by the computer. Okay, next is data types. So this is very important topic, data type. So what is data type? So data type can be defined as set of values which can be stored in a variable. Data type means when we are storing some value in the variable, first we have to tell the computer what type of value we are storing in the variable. So it is indicated by some keywords called as data types. Okay, to understand, I will give one example to understand this data types. So for example, in science already you know matter, types of matter. Already you have studied in your lower classes. So there are three basic types of matters like solid, liquid and gas. So solid matter means items. So solid items we can store on a flat surface, and liquid type of matter or liquid type of item we can store in a jar type of container, and gas type of item we can store in a closed jar or bottle with a cap. So these are the basic types of matter. So depending upon the type of matter we can store in different containers. So in the same way, data types. So types of data. In data types, first we will see what are the basic types of data. Like we have just seen here, these are the basic types of items of basic types of matter: solid, gas, liquid. In daily life we use. So in the same way, in computer programming languages, there are some basic types of data we are using. So types of data used in computer: characters, numbers, alphabets, text, image, picture, photo, audio and video. So these are the different types of data we use in computer. So same in programming language, what are the types of data we are using? So in programming language there are different types of data we can use. For example, like numerical data or numbers. So in numerical there are different types like integer numbers and real numbers. So integer number means like this 1 2 3 4 5 without decimal point, and real number means, real number is also called as floating number. So real number means numbers with decimal point 3.142 like this. So these are the different types of data we are using in the programming language. And here alphabets. So alphabets means ABCD. So in alphabets there are different types. Characters. Character means single character. It can be alphabet or number or a symbol. And strings. String means group of characters like this. So these are the different types of data we are using in the programming language. So how to store this type of data? So just we have seen in our life basic types of matter or items. For example, solid items are can be stored on a flat surface, and liquid type of items can be stored in a container like jar or bottle, and gas type of items are stored in a packed or closed container like cylinder or bottle like this. So in same way in programming language also, how to store data. For example, to store numerical data, what container we have to use. So in programming language data is stored in variables. So according to the type of data we have to select the type of variable. So we will see here. For example, here the matter or item is there, milk. So milk, can we store milk on a plate? No, it is not. Means okay, it is not possible. And can we store milk in a cylinder? No. Usually milk is stored in a container like bowl or utensil or a bottle like this. And bread, so milk is a liquid item, and bread is a somewhat solid item. So solid item, it can be stored in a flat container like a plate. And LPG, it is a gas, so we cannot store gas in a open container, so we have to use a packed container like cylinder. So depending upon the type of material or type of item, we have to select the proper container. So same way also we have to think in programming languages. To store data we have to use some proper variables. For example, 1 2 3 4 5, these are the data. So which type of data? This is a numerical data or number. So number data is there. To store number data we have to use integer variables, because data is stored in the variable in programming language. But depending upon the type of data we have to select the proper variable type. To store numerical data or integer data we have to use integer variable. And to use this numbers with decimal point. So numbers with decimal point means these are real numbers or float numbers. So to store float type of data we have to select float variable. So float variable can be created using float data type. Integer variable can be created using integer data type. So in the same way XYZ. So this data, what type of data it is? So XYZ is nothing but alphabet or characters. So to store XYZ we have to use character variable. So how to create character variable? Character variable can be created using character data type. So here also we are using the same rule as we use in our daily life. So to store integer data we are not using character variable, or to store character variable we are not using integer variable. So we have to select the proper variable to store the correct type of data. To store integer data, integer variable is used. To store float data, float variable is used. To store character data, character variable is used. So in C++ programming language, data types are classified into different types. So these are the basic categories of data. First category is fundamental data type or built-in data type, and next is derived data type. So derived data type means these data types are created using fundamental data type. And third one is user defined data type. So it is created by the user. So you can see in the form of diagram also C++ data types. So there are three main categories: fundamental data type, derived data type, and user defined data type. So in fundamental data types, there are many types of data: integer data type, character data type, float, double, void, boolean. So these are very important basic. These are the basic data types we have to use in our program. And these are the derived data type like array, function, pointer, reference, and user defined data type as structure, union, class, like this. So all these types of data we are using in our program. Okay, now we will see one by one in detail. First we will start fundamental data type. So in fundamental data type, the first type is integer. So what is integer data type? So integer data type is indicated by using int word. So this is a keyword. So this is called as keyword. So it is a data type. It is used to store integer numbers. So int full form is integer. So when integer data type is used, integer data type is used when we are storing integer number in the variable. So what are integers? So integers are the whole numbers without any fractional part or without any decimal point. So example of integer: 1, 45, 9, like this, plus or minus. Here 5.2, it is not an integer because it contains decimal point, fractional part. So it is a real number, it is not an integer number. To store integer number, 2 bytes of memory space is used. 2 blocks are used in the memory location. So how to create an integer variable? So integer data type, then variable name. So it means this variable name can store only integer numbers. So this is a variable name here in this variable. So this variable is of type integer. It means in this variable we can only store integer numbers. So we cannot store any other data like alphabets or real numbers. So this variable is created using int data type, integer data type. Hence this variable can be used for storing only integer numbers. Another example, integer a comma b is equal to 5. So here we are in this line, we are creating two integer variables a and b, and a is created but b is created, and we are storing 5 value into the b variable here. Okay, next data type is character. So character data type. So what is character data type? So character data type is used to store character values. Okay, first, what is character? So character are nothing but characters are single character enclosed in single quotation marks. Means any single character like a, if it is enclosed in single quotation, it will become a character, small a. Because it is enclosed in single quotes, it is a character. So 9 actually 9 is a number, but it is enclosed in a pair of single quote, hence it becomes character. So plus is a symbol, but it is enclosed in single pair of single quote, hence it becomes character. So how to create a character data type? Using character keyword, we can create character variables. So character, this is a char, char. So its full form is character. So char is a keyword. It is a data type. So char data type is used to create character variable. For example, like this, alpha. Alpha is the name of a variable which is created using character data type. It is created using character data type means it can store only characters like this. Okay, next is float data type. So float, what is a float data type? So float means numbers with fractional part or numbers with decimal point. So float means numbers with fractional part. It is also known as real numbers or numbers with decimal point. So float data type is used to store real numbers. For example, these are the numbers 1.8, 4.5, like this, means numbers with decimal point. So how to create a float variable? So here you can see, you can use any normal variable name, but this variable name is, here we are creating this variable with this float keyword. So float is a data type. So here this variable is created using float data type. It means this variable can store float type of values, means numbers with decimal point. Example, float is a data type, a is the variable name. So here we are creating a variable of float data type. So in a we can store 5.5. So this is a decimal number. So float data type is used to create variables to store decimal numbers. Next is double type. So double is also a data type. It is used to store real numbers with more precision. Means, for example, in float data type, after decimal point we can take up to 6 place in numbers we can use. After decimal point we can use 6 digits, but when using double we can use, after decimal point we can use more numbers up to 10 or 12 digits after decimal point. This is the difference. So float, double, both are used to store real numbers. So void data type. So void is a keyword. It is a data type. It is used when we are not using anything. Void means nothing, like this. Next is bool data type. Bool means boolean. So when bool is a data type, when this data type is used to create a variable, then this variable can store only two values, true or false. So bool data type is used to create boolean variables. So boolean variables can only store only two types of values, true or false. Okay, these are the some important topic in this 8th chapter. So here the important questions are: what is variable, how to create variable, and how to initialize variable. These are the 3 important questions related to variable. And related to data types, what is data type, what are the fundamentals data type. So actually data type chapter is very important. So the variable topic comes for 2 marks or 1 marks in the examination, but data types topic will come for 5 marks in the examination. Question will come like, what is data type, explain with example, or what is data type, explain the categories of data types, or explain the fundamental data types, or explain the basic data types with example, like this. So basic data types means we have to explain integer, float, double, character, void, and boolean. So this is about this 8th chapter. So this is a very small chapter but very important for understanding the programming language, and it is very important because if you understand this properly, then you can use or you can able to write the programs properly. So variables and data types are used many times in the program. When you are writing a program, you have to use the variables and data type. So once again I will revise. So what is variable? So variable is nothing but a quantity which can be changed during program execution. So during program execution we can change the value of a variable. So variable means it can be changed easily anytime. So opposite of variable is constant. Constant means it cannot be changed. So constant means fixed quantity and variable is a variable quantity. So variable value can be changed but constant value cannot be changed.